Hey everyone, if you want to hit more greens from 150 yards, this video is for you. I'm Cody, the Director of Marketing at SKYTRAK. I'm here with Nick, the Director of Teaching Quality with Golf Tech, and we've got some tips for you to help lower those scores, and make sure you stick around to the end for the bonus where we're going to talk about hitting from the rough using lie penalties. All right, Nick, so talk to us about 150, what we can do better, how we can improve.
Yeah, so approach shots in general is just a huge way to help improve your game. So hitting more greens makes this game a whole lot easier. Hitting the ball close to the hole or just on the green in general helps to lower your scores. And a big problem that we see with a lot of amateurs and a lot of players in the world is they see a shot like this, they have 150 yards out, and they want to aim right at the flagstick. And that gets them into a lot of problems. So your tour average at 150 yards is about 25 feet, and that starts to go higher and higher and further away from the hole as we get to our 80s, 90s, all the way up to like 40, 50 feet. So we got to take that into account, that we're not going to hit every shot the way we want to hit it. We're not going to hit every shot right at the hole. So we got to take that into account when we're actually playing something like this. So we have a really cool hole here with some water left and short here. We're 150 yards. What are you thinking? What are you going to do here?
Yeah, I mean, from 150, it's a general, like, it's not an easy number for me. It feels like it's in between clubs for me. I don't know if that's exactly right or not. If the flag's in that front left, I'm definitely going to try to think about going longer towards the middle, but you know, I always do have a tendency to want to go at the flag, so that's why I'm here with you. Help me get out of trouble and think about this the right way. This is obviously a very difficult hole with trouble all around it.
Right. I mean, everyone's got a laser rangefinder or some type of GPS, and I see this all the time. Somebody will just laser this flag and say, got 150. They go to their bag right there, and they're just reaching for that 150 club, and that's the one they're hitting. The problem is we're not all hitting these 150-yard shots perfectly. In this case, if we don't hit it perfectly, we have about 7 yards of carry between the water and the flagstick here. That's a lot of water balls. So how can we start to eliminate those big numbers? We got to be picking something a little bit closer to 160 yards, which is going to put us in the middle of this green. And then we're actually going to want to aim a little bit more to the right, which is going to take some of that water left out of play. And even if we do miss a little right of that green, we're still in a better position to get up and down versus having to hit a third shot from the drop zone. That 9-iron sounds like it might be the right club for you, but I don't want you to sit here and try to hit this 150. I really want you to try to hit this 160 yards. Get a full 9-iron in there, make sure we are covering all the water. Even if we don't hit the ball perfectly, might still be in really good shape. Might actually be right next to the hole.
Awesome. Well, let's get into it.
Let's do it. So now we have that 150-yard shot, but we're going to aim you more towards the middle of the green and a little to the right. So that's what we've done on the software. So we have 160 yards is really what we're trying to hit this shot, and then out to the right. So we've moved the target deeper into the green and further to the right. So the cool thing about the software as well is you're going to have the heat map on the right-hand side on that mini map. That's going to help you understand what your shot pattern is. So if you tend to miss a little right and short, or tend to miss a little left and long, those are okay. That's good to know. This is really where you want the ball to end up. This isn't necessarily your aim point. This is where we're just trying to get the ball to end up.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, that water on the left and short definitely has my eye. Not too worried about that bunker that is short right. But yeah, let's see what we've got here.
Sounded all right. Up.
Just overcooked it.
Just overcooked it. Obviously, sometimes golf is hard. You're gonna do. You hit the 161, so you hit the number.
So the number's there.
We just missed left, and again, for those out there, if that is your traditional miss, you might have to move that target further to the right. If your traditional miss is to the right, then it should be okay. Sounded pretty good.
Did it make it?
There's a perfect example of why you wouldn't want to hit your pitching wedge here.
Right.
You might not have hit that as crisp as you wanted to, but you still made it to dry land. You still have a chance here to get up and down for par, maybe even chip in for birdie.
Sure.
So that's the big thing, is we're not always going to hit every shot perfectly. We're not going to hit that 150-yard club 150 yards every single time. Typically, it's going to be lower or less than that. So even though we were aiming for 160, which your last shot was 160, you didn't quite hit that one as crisp, but now we're only, I don't know, that was like 10 yards from the hole.
Yeah.
So you got a relatively straightforward chip and your drive, which is the most important part.
let me ask you this, like with trouble all around the green, left, short, and even long,
Yeah.
and you've got trouble short, right, is there a way that I should be picking a club and then looking at the hole and swinging? Like, is there a tip or something that can help me just get rid of that trouble in my mind and try to hit a good shot?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing right there is just pick a target out, right? So we have some trees in the background here. Maybe they're a little further right than maybe you need to aim, but those would be a really good place to start aiming.
Yeah, so you're looking at those trees to the right of my start line, right of the pin, right, in the back?
Yeah, so I mean, those would be reasonable ways to help eliminate more of that water on the left.
I'm gonna put that in my mind and see how this works.
There we go. Again, didn't quite go your 160, but now you have a 14-footer. That seems pretty reasonable there for this hole. If I had a 14-footer, I'd be walking away pretty happy with that.
I mean, this is one of the hardest holes on the tour. Yeah, and I think with the pitching wedge, that's going to be a club that I'm really not comfortable with that distance. And then the 8-iron, you know, I feel like we can even try that if we want, of getting it closer to the middle of the green.
Sure.
All right, so I've got my 8-iron here, and I'm just thinking about those trees back right, just like that last one. Oh, fade in there. Get down.
All right. So again, we're taking into account that, you know, potentially you could miss left. So we're adding in some of that leftward miss by aiming further to the right, keeping that out. May not be exactly what you wanted it to be, but again, we're dry. So we're just giving a bigger chance of landing it on the green or close to the green on the good side, which is not the water side in this case, to help you lower scores, hit more greens, or just be closer to the green in general. Okay, so you did a really good job on the other one from the fairway.
Thank you.
Of adjusting your aim and adjusting your club a little bit. Now let's try this out of the rough.
Yeah.
So a couple things to take into account here is going to be your lie. So we've turned on the lie penalty on our software. Obviously, when you're out in the golf course, you need to determine the lie, if it's good, bad. That might also influence what club you're going to use here.
Sure.
So what are you going to use here? You got the same distance for 150 yards again. Still have the water. Now the water's on the right as well, but still water's short. You still hitting that 9-iron?
Well, I think coming out of the rough, no, I definitely want to be safe and hit the 8-iron. I think that's it's also my favorite club in the bag, so I feel really good about this, and I know that I don't have trouble too far long here.
Right. So are you still aiming right at the flag here?
No, I'm definitely going more to the left. I'm gonna take a line right over the left side of that bunker, really play it on the safe side, and try to hit a little fade back to the middle of the green, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, so I've got my 8-iron, definitely not thinking about the water, just thinking of the left edge of that bunker.
I like
hoping it fades back just a little bit.
Even if it doesn't, we're in good shape.
Nice, easy swing.
Sounded like pretty good contact.
Oh my gosh.
A little left. Clearly that's not the shot we'd want there, but again, you minimize some of the problems here, some of the high scores by hitting it not into the water.
I think I was thinking about that water on the right. That might have been the problem there. We're gonna give this one more go. Try to
hit a normal shot right in the middle of that green is where we have you aim. There you go, started pretty straight on your line.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be a pretty good shot. Look at that, getting better and better. There you go, you might not have hit that one as good. That only carried 141 yards. So even with that 8-iron and being in the rough, you definitely see how that's gonna influence how far that ball's gonna fly.
Yeah, 9-iron would have been either in the bunker or maybe even in the water.
Yeah, which both are bad. Now you have a really nice shot on this one for a good chance for maybe a birdie here. It's always what we're looking for.
Love it. All right, big thanks to Nick. Clearly I've got a little bit of work to do from 150, but if you want to get better at 150, hit more greens, lower those scores, make sure you get a SKYTRAK. If you've got one already, hit course play practice up or one of the improvement ranges. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and let us know in the comments what club you're hitting from 150. We'll see you next time.